so excited I get to spend some time with you today. It's almost Mother's Day and we've been talking about mothers all week long. We've talked about gifts we can make our moms. We talked about mom animals and babies. And today we get to talk about how much we love our moms and how big our love is for our moms. To start, we're going to sing a song that I have a feeling you've sung before. And if you want to sing along with me, you can. Ready? You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Will you sing again? Ready? You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Very nice. Thank you for singing with me. If you sang that to your mama on Mother's Day, it would make her heart so happy. Today we get to read a book about a little boy and a mama who talk about all the things they love. And then after, we'll do a project together that you can explore the same type of words, but add in your own twist. You'll see what I mean in a bit. Our book is called I Love You More. The author is Laura Duksta and the illustrator is Karen Kiesler. And this book is pretty special and you'll see why in a little bit. I love you more. Walking outdoors one day, a little boy turned to his mother and asked, "Mommy, just how much do you love me?" Surprised at the question, but with no delay, she replied with a smile, "I love you higher than the highest bird ever flew. I love you taller than the tallest tree ever grew." Did you hear those rhyming words? Flew, grew. I love you longer than the longest path ever wound. I love you prettier than the prettiest flower ever found. I love you mightier than the mightiest wind ever blew. I love you fuller than the fullest moon you ever knew. I love you brighter than the brightest star ever shone. I love you more, so much more than you've ever known. Then she wrapped her arms around him with all the love that she had. He felt it all surround him when he gently whispered, "Know what, Mama? I love you more." Look at what happens. I love you more than anything in the whole wide world. I love you more than anything in the whole wide world. Walking outdoors one day, a mother turned to her son and asked, "So, just how much do you love me?" Ready for the question, the little boy took her hand and began. I love you quieter than the quietest caterpillar ever creaked. I love you further than the furthest frog ever leaped. I love you bigger than the biggest bubble ever blown. I love you freer than the freest kite ever flown. I love you higher than the highest swing ever swung. I love you sweeter than the sweetest song ever sung. I love you taller than the tallest giraffe ever grown. I love you more, so much more than you've ever known. And he wrapped his arms around her with all the love that he had and she felt it all surround her when she gently whispered, "Know what, son? I love you more. I love you more than anything in this whole wide world." The end. Do you think your mama loves you more than anything else in this whole wide world? She does, and I bet you love her just as much. So today we get to do a fun activity to talk about how much we love our mamas. I have a fun paper that you can print out and either do all by yourself or have an adult help you fill in some of the parts. The first part here says, "I love you higher than the highest." Then it's my turn to fill in the blank. Will you help me? I love you higher than the highest cloud ever flew. Cloud ever flew. And now guess what I get to draw? A cloud. I'm going to draw a cloud in the sky. I love you higher than the highest cloud ever flew. I love you taller than the tallest building I ever knew. Shall we write it? Building I ever knew. Should we draw a big, tall building that's up with the clouds with lots of windows? Is it going to be so tall that the clouds are around it? There's a tall building. Should we do clouds? Oh my goodness. That is a tall building. I love you longer than the longest snake ever climbed. How about that? Longest snake ever climbed. Should we do a big snake? Whoa, that's pretty long. I bet he can climb high. Big snake. I love you prettier than the prettiest poem ever rhymed. Do you know what a poem is? A poem is some words that tell a story, but they're in a shorter version than a book. Sometimes it's just a few words. Sometimes poems can be quite long, but they paint a picture for our brain to imagine and to feel different emotions. So I'm going to make a piece of paper to represent my poem and do some writing. I love you prettier than the prettiest poem ever rhymed. I love you mightier than the mightiest lion ever roared. Do lions roar pretty loud? Roared. Should I make a big lion? Okay, here's his face. What do they have all over? They have big hair called a mane all around his face. And let's see, make his eyes. Should I do a big mouth and nose for roaring with sharp teeth? I love you mightier than the mightiest lion ever roared. I love you fuller than the fullest bucket ever poured. How about that? Bucket ever poured. I'm going to make my bucket, and it's going to be so full of water it's almost splashing out. Oh my goodness, that's a full bucket that was poured. This is how much we love our mamas. Isn't that fun to play around with words like that? Can I read what I wrote to you? Yes? I love you higher than the highest cloud ever flew. I love you taller than the tallest building I ever knew. I love you longer than the longest snake ever climbed. I love you prettier than the prettiest poem ever rhymed. I love you mightier than the mightiest lion ever roared. I love you fuller than the fullest bucket ever poured. Is that pretty fun? You can do that at home, and it would be such a fun idea to present it, to say it out loud to your mom on Mother's Day. I hope you guys had so much fun this week thinking of ideas of how to treat your mom so special on Mother's Day. And I hope to hear all about the special things you do for her on Mother's Day and every day. Remember, Mama loves you more than anything else in the world, and she knows you feel that way too. We'll see you next time, friends. Bye.